Here's 10 things you need to know as an independent artist, so watch the whole video and don't screw these up. First thing, cover art standard is 3000 by 3000 pixels. If you're just taking a photo with your iPhone, it's probably already shooting in 4K. It's definitely large enough, but if you have a smaller image on an older phone, or maybe you're just taking it on a crappy camera, or you got bad settings on, a lot of platforms are going to completely disregard your single and it will get rejected, or they're going to crop your image in and size it up and it's going to look really bad quality. So make sure you take the photo in a high quality and then crop it to 3000 by 3000 yourself. Second thing, which I see this problem a lot, always put your artist name first on YouTube titles. People will upload a music video, then they'll put their song name and then the dash and then their artist name followed by like who made the video, etc. It always needs to be your artist name first. If you look at any of the big artists, it's just an unwritten rule that they pretty much created where you always put like Post Malone dash congratulations official music video blah 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 other information. If you do it the other way around, people will get confused because sometimes your artist name and the song title that you chose are very similar and interchangeable. And if someone goes to search up your song on other platforms and they look up the song title instead of the artist name because they think it's your artist name and nothing comes up, I mean, that's maybe some lost conversions right there. You'd be surprised how dumb some people can be, okay? So don't act like, oh, well, they'll probably put both in. People can be pretty dumb. Number 3, I wanted to go over some websites that could help you promote your music. In terms of free ones, the first one I use pretty consistently is called dailyplaylist.com. Essentially, it's just a playlisting site where you have to follow the playlists in order to submit to them. So that's what makes it free. You don't actually have to pay for anything. Every week, you can send to 25 different playlists. The second website is called Repost Exchange. I'm gonna throw a video in the top right corner showing how to use it as well as some of my results that I've gotten from it. This website is specifically for promoting your SoundCloud. You listen through a bunch of music, you repost the ones that you like and earn credits. Then you spend those credits to put your music within those feeds and get reposted yourself. All of these websites are going to be linked in the description as well. So if you just want to click on some of those links before you go to sign up, some of them are affiliate and I would appreciate it. It would help me, but of course, no pressure. Both Daily Playlist and Repost Exchange are websites that I just use to get in front of more ears. I don't really care how well they perform. Like I don't care how many playlists I get in or how many reposts I get, whatever. It's worth just getting your music out there in front of more people. Another website is slaps.com, which is run by DistroKid. I don't really use this one, but it's pretty much the same premise as Repost Exchange, except you actually upload the songs directly to that platform. It's just another way of promoting your music. Sadly, it won't get you any real-time streams on other streaming platforms though. The fourth one, which is pretty unexpected, is just Twitch. If you go on a Twitch at pretty much any point in the day and you look up listening to your music or music feedback, there's going to be somebody live taking submissions from people like yourself and I. Joining these communities, getting yourself in front of more ears, both the people watching and the person taking the submissions, is again, just another great organic way of getting heard by more people. A lot of people just quantify the numbers as, oh, there's only 30 people watching. Well, odds are only 5% are actually listening and that's not really worth it. You never know who you're submitting to. You don't know the connections, you don't know their parents, you don't know their friends. All of that kind of stuff adds up over time, so just submit it. Get it all out there. It's not all about quantifying numbers that you see on screen. In terms of paid promotion, I recommend that you pretty much only use Facebook or Google ads. If you need somebody to learn from, make sure you go to Andrew Southworth on YouTube. He uploads a new video every like 3 or 4 days just explaining how you can run Facebook ads and Google ads to promote your music. I don't really recommend that you do any playlisting anymore because it's just such a sketchy game. Any brands that sort of build themselves around playlisting is probably not running any legitimate playlists. I've experimented with a ton behind the scenes trying to find legit ones for you guys to use, but I'm kind of just down on my luck with that because it doesn't seem like anyone is really worth submitting. If there is, of course, I'm going to make videos about it, but right now it just seems like it's not worth it at all. Number 4 is to always check the tail end of your final exports. You've probably made this mistake. I've made this mistake where you upload a song and you've already scheduled it and everything, and all of a sudden you realize there's an entire minute of silence at the end because for some reason your program decided to add that in there. Not even sure why it does it, but it doesn't matter. You just got to check, drag it back into your program after you've exported it, and cut off any silence that you see there. Number 5 is to learn how to master your songs properly. It doesn't seem like much, maybe you have a good mix, but your master is super key. Just throwing Fruity Limiter on your master is not a way to master your songs, okay? I have a tutorial, which I'll throw in the corner for how I master my songs, but if you don't want to learn from me, just look it up on Google or YouTube, or you can use a service like eMastered, where you like upload the song and then they just let you choose from a bunch of presets and then you can download a version with a master on it. Number 6 is to get your music on all major streaming platforms. So many people people just disregard this and they think when they start out, they're just going to upload consistently every week or whatever to SoundCloud and they're going to just blow up that way. I promise you there is way more discovery on things like Apple Music and Spotify nowadays. You really got to be on the major streaming platforms. And if you don't know how to do that, you can do it through DistroKid, which is today's sponsor. I've been using DistroKid for years before they even decided to sponsor me, and believe me, they are fantastic. They start at just $20 a year, and I'm on their $36 a year plan, which of course everyone has $36 that they can spend once a year. They recently launched a grant program to people who distribute to Snapchat music through DistroKid. You can also become a Twitch affiliate so you can start streaming and getting paid immediately just by distributing your music through DistroKid. I'm really only scratching the surface right now, so if you want to sign up for DistroKid, use my link at the top of the description. It'll save you 7% on your first year and it'll support me. I would really appreciate it. But anyway, let's get back to the video. Number 7 is to learn how to co-release songs. Having a co-release with someone is much better than just doing a regular feature, mostly because you can guarantee getting in the release radar of all the artists involved. Sadly, you're only limited to 3 artists per co-release. If you go more than that, it ends up on various artists on Spotify, YouTube, wherever. But if you got 3 artists or less, a co-release is always going to be better for traffic. I'm going to link another tutorial in the top right corner here for how to do a co-release through DistroKid because I've already done a video on it and it's super helpful. Number 8 are Presave links. These are the most key pieces of things for growing your Spotify, I promise you. If you're uploading music through DistroKid, I'm going to show you how to do it real quick. You just go here under goodies, click on promote yourself, then go under hyperfollow. Here it's going to list all of your uploads and then you just click on one of these pages and then you copy this link and distribute it wherever you want. When your song is being scheduled, this is the only thing that's going to show up here is a pre-save button. There's a lot of power within these links for 2 reasons. One is you can collect emails for your emailing list as long as they don't uncheck share email address with artist. If they do, it's still super powerful because every time someone pre-saves your song, it automatically makes them follow your Spotify profile. And every person who's following your Spotify profile gets your new uploads to Spotify in their release radar. So you really want to use these links to try and collect new followers every time you have a release coming. Something as simple as posting on your story will do a fair bit. Number 9 is to treat your music like a business. I don't mean that in the way that's like make music that's gonna do well. I mean treat it like a business in the eyes of the government. Keeping all your receipts for things like microphones, studio monitors, your computer, whatever you need to run music as a business. Start by looking up how to get a business license in your state or province or wherever you're living. For me, I got mine in Ontario for like $60 and it lasts like 5 years or something like that. So it's very affordable. You basically just write what your business name is and then what you do. So it's easier to write it off whenever you go to do taxes. And then every time you buy something on Amazon or in person that is going to relate to the content that you need to create, whether it's just the music itself or maybe TikToks, whatever, you can actually write that off. Every time you write off an expense, that's a little bit less money that you have to pay to the government. And number 10 is promoting your stuff directly on your Spotify profile. Not a lot of people know how to do this, so I'm going to show you how to do it. If you're trying to sell merch, it might be worth signing up for Shopify because you can actually link your Shopify account directly to your Spotify profile. If you're on Spotify for Artists, you can just click on profile. Then right here, it says merch beta. You can log in with your Shopify, link it right here, and it's going to show all of your merch right on your Spotify page. I know for me, I follow a lot of artists on Spotify that I don't follow on other social media, so I might never know that they make merch, but if I go to their Spotify profile and I see some, then maybe I'll buy it. And the other thing is promoting a concert. So if you go under here on the concerts tab, it shows you the providers that you can use, things like Ticketmaster, Eventbrite, Songkick, whatever. You go on any of these sites here and then you list your tickets for sale. Then you can link your Spotify profile and it's actually going to show up here. So this way it promotes people to come to your show if you've got a decent amount of fans going to your Spotify profile. And if people want to buy tickets, then they can just click on the link and go directly to buy some. If you learned something today, leave a like. Anyways, guys, it's been your boy mmxvii, and I'm out. Peace.